Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today, we are going to be working on a Christmas because y'all, there's only 72 days until Christmas. Who is excited for Christmas? So we are not making a wreath, we're going to be making a centerpiece floral arrangement using this cute little vintage, like a tin. It says fresh cut Christmas trees. It says open with a little red truck. Who doesn't love red truck? Make sure you comment down below if you love red truck. We're gonna be working with some greenery, some rusty bells, because what's better than rustic without some bells? We got some berries, we got some white pit berries, and we might add some other stuff in here. That's kind of what I have picked out. We might add a little bow. I haven't really decided yet, y'all. You know me, when I design, I kind of just go with it. I pick out what I want in it. Now I got this container from Hobby Lobby, and it was 50% off. I think it was $7.99, so I got it for like $4. So it was a great deal. I knew I needed to have it. I think they had 2 different sizes. I think I got like the medium. Maybe they had 3 different sizes. I think they had 3 different sizes, and I got like the medium size. So I'm just peeling off the sticker, and I'm just gonna add my business card to the bottom. So y'all, I have not been posting on here, and I'm getting back into a routine, y'all. I have been just like so busy with not only wreaths, but like school, because I'm back to school right now. I have been busy with this business. I've been super busy with like everything, so I am getting back to it, and I've been wanting to film more. So I'm probably hoping I can at least trying to film. I'm gonna try to do I would like to do Facebook Lives because I like to be engaged with everyone, but I know everyone doesn't have Facebook. So I'm thinking about probably I'm trying to get it so I can do film or upload. So for sure, so all I'm gonna say is I'm gonna say upload at least 1 video per week. Now that, and when I say I might not upload, I might just 1 week, I might just be so busy, or not as busy, where I can just upload or film like 2 videos and then just have 1 ready so I can upload it during that week. It doesn't have to be filmed that week as long as I can upload. So I'm hoping that's what I can do. So y'all, what I just did, I'm gonna turn you guys down so you guys don't have to look at my face anymore. I'm kidding. In my Facebook Lives, everyone says that they want me to be able to see my face. So we're going to, I don't know why I have the computer open. We're not looking at comments today. We're gonna be adding some floral foam into here. So I have this thing of floral foam right here. It's got like 4 different pieces. I don't know where it came from. But all I did, y'all, was I just put my business card on the bottom. So if someone really likes this and they're like, I don't remember where I got it, they can look like this and say, oh, MB Crafts. And there they go. So we're gonna add some floral foam to this because that's what I add onto the bottom of my designs. So that way I have a way for my stuff to stick. Now, I'm not sure how many, I really am running low on floral foam and I need to get some more. And I was just at the store before, the other day. I was just at Walmart, I was just at Hobby Lobby, and I was just at Joann's. And I was at the Dollar Tree. So, I literally just bought like so much stuff for Christmas at Hobby Lobby and Joann's. It's crazy. So, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go like this and add something down on the bottom. What do I need to add? I need to add like something down here on the bottom of this design as to make it so it's higher, because it doesn't have to be that thick of floral foam for me to be able to add all my stuff. I just need something down here on the bottom just so the floral foam comes up as high as I can get it. So if you know what I'm saying, like that way it like comes right up, because my stuff isn't gonna be that thick that it needs to, my stems, this will be thick enough for my stems to go through. Anything goes through the stem down into the bag, that's still fine, it'll still be secure. I just don't want it so, I just want to be able to make sure that I think I might have 1 more piece down here, and then I'm like completely out, y'all, like completely out. Which is crazy because I don't know where I did this, because I don't do floral arrangements or like pieces like this that often that I use this much floral foam. So kind of like confused. So yeah, here's a trick, a hack. So this stuff is a pain in the butt to cut, and it's a messy when you cut it wrong. So what I do is I take a little bit of floral wire, real thin, nothing special. And all I do is you take it and you run it like down. Yeah, it's like it's almost like it just cuts. So you can go like that, or you can go like this. And y'all, this isn't gonna be perfect because remember, us crafters, we are not perfect at anything. Like, my perfectness is just not there. So I don't worry about being a perfectionist at it. It's not really that big of a deal if it's not perfect. But as long as it's like pretty close, then it should be fine. So now I'm gonna cut this one into like little pieces like this, just to shove down here in the corners. Now remember, y'all, it's not, I'm gonna be covering this all up with moss, so you can't see what in the world did I just do? So you can't see the pieces that we used, or what you might call, I call them like the mechanics. The mechanics, what keeps what like works. Kind of like in like a TV. All the wires and all the cords are all hidden in the TV, so you can't see it, so it looks good. That's kind of what you do with this. So feel free to cut it. Make sure, it doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be beautiful. Just get it so you have a nice coat. I want this to come up a little bit more. Kind of want it all the way up. And now I'm not gluing mine in right now. I will glue it in towards the end once I, like I don't glue it in. I glue it all in once I have it all in. Like, I don't sit here and glue pieces in while I'm adding, because that just takes too long. So I'll add glue once I get like, okay, y'all. There you go. Look at that. Super not pretty, but look at it, it works. It's nothing gonna be beautiful. I see people that spend so much time making sure their floral foam is like absolutely beautiful. I'm like, no, I don't got time for that. So, what I do now is I just go like this. And over here is my hot glue skillet, and I just broke my stick, but that's fine because we don't really need that much anyways. We just need a little bit of hot glue. Actually, I think I plugged my hot glue gun in. Let me see. And y'all, all I'm doing is I'm just putting some hot glue just to kind of keep them in place. I'm not worried that it's going to fall out or anything like that. It's pretty much in there secure, y'all. So I think I have, yeah, my hot glue gun is plugged in. So I'm just gonna put them down in the cracks, maybe there. Don't do it so much because you still want to be able to make sure that you can get your stems in here. But like, add a good amount. Just because you guys, if you know me, if you watch me, or if you follow, if you're like on any of my lives, or you follow, if you're a subscriber on here and you watch my videos all the time, you know that I like to make sure everything is nice and secure. And I'm a stickler with making sure that everything is got as secure as it can go, because I never want to get a call or a text or a message that says, I bought a floral arrangement, or I bought a wreath from you and the pieces fell out or something came off, because that would just drive me nuts. Knowing that they're like, okay, well, an extra glue stick could save me and having to worry or have an issue about something coming apart. So I always say don't skip on the hot glue, and I truly believe in that. So look at that. I just added some hot glue on all the crevices. I didn't cover the whole thing. There's still a lot of room for me to shove my sticks in there. So that was a little hack. So like, you don't need to have this whole thing full of foam. Just think, like, up to this right here is all plastic bag. Unless they take all this apart and look in it, no one's gonna know that there's plastic bag in there, besides me and you. So now what I'm going to do is I went over there to grab that, but it's actually over here. Now, what I use to cover up all my mechanics and all this ugliness that you see is moss. So I keep my moss in these little containers because if you've worked with moss before, you know how much of a pain it is. And then what I use, actually I just drop it on the floor, and I wouldn't be worried, but it's a pin, and I do not want someone to get a pin or or a bigger foot, so I don't know where that went. Whatever. I just use these little U floral pins. They look like this. And I just stick them in. They're like pointy on the edge. So all I do is I just take this. You don't need a whole lot. Just enough to be able to cover up your ugliness and make the rest of your, to make it more pretty and more like, and now like some people I've seen, like I know some people when I watch, like everyone does this differently. Some people don't put their moss in until the end. Now, I think it's a lot easier just to do it now than have to work around all the florals. I hate having to do that, so I just put it in now. It's not a big deal. It's a little bit of moss, and it saves me the time. Because some people are like, well, some of it, how do I know how much is going to get covered up? And it's like, you're always going to be able to see a little bit of the foam showing. So I just cover it all up. Then it looks good. But you do you. I'm not going to like judge. And now all I do is I just take this little floral pins and stick them down all over. You get them down, you will not be able to see them. Just make sure you push them down deep enough. And I just do them in different areas. You'll be surprised how much it actually holds the stuff down. So I think I probably use like maybe 8 of them. And then what I do is I just go like this, and I just shake out whatever's left. And like, look at 8 of those keeps it all in place. So then I clean up my mess. And when I'm working with this, you guys, I make sure that I'm being careful. So like I use green for this. Now for fall, I usually use this like brownish colored moss. And I just keep them in these little containers because it keeps them like, it keeps the mess out. Because that stuff makes a mess, and even, you can still see it all over. Like that and the floral foam are like the 2 things in the craft room that like are a mess to work with. So I'm looking around now, just looking at different places where I can still see a little bit of it showing, and I kind of just move the moss around so that way I can't see it. Now look at it, guys, it brings it right to the top. I like to be able to have it coming right up to the top so it looks like it's nice and filled in. So now is when the fun part happens. So now is when you're going to add all your materials. So I always now, like this floral arrangement is going to be a one directional because of the fact that our tin is one directional, meaning this is going to be the front. Now, this is just a regular tin. Sometimes I do it where it's not like you have to have it facing one way, and then it's beautiful from both angles. So it's like tall in the middle and it comes down both ways. So this is like the definition of a non-directional, or is directional, where this has obviously got to be in the front because you can see the Santa. But now, like, sometimes I do it where you can have it like this, and you can have, like, you can even put a Santa on this side. Because, like, this container is not non-directional. Obviously, it's the same design on all sides. But this container is. Where you have to have it like this. So you can have it on, like, a table or whatever kind of. I'm kind of just going to see. I'm probably going to bring this pretty much close up to it. I might trim a little bit off. I don't need a whole lot. Now I got to find my little areas. This one's going to be a really hard. They're very thick. Now this is when I need a stem cutter. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get this to cut. I don't think it's gonna cut. Okay, it's fine. We'll be fine with it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dip it in the hot glue, and now like this one I will place in right away. Most of my designs, y'all, I will put them in the foam, but I will not glue them in yet because I liked to be able to kind of see how it's going before I fully place everything. But this one I know is going to be there because this is going to be my back. And I got something in my finger that's like agitating it, so I don't know what that was. Okay, so this is just like a really simple piece of greenery that makes a super good background, or like it's not nothing like gorgeous, but it makes a nice back base to be able to work off of. So it's got different types of pine in it. Now, like, make sure you fluff it, make sure it looks good. And now this was super easy. This was like $2.99 at Hobby Lobby, and I got it for 50% off. So for like $1.50, it's great. Now I'm gonna add this because I like this stuff. This is just plain pine, and like this is also from Hobby Lobby. It's $2.99. I got it 50% off. So I love this stuff as well. and I can't figure out what's in my finger that's like making that feel that way, but I cannot find, there he is. So I'm gonna cut this a little bit shorter. This one's a little bit more easier to work with, and now I'm gonna kind of, this one I'm not going to glue in right away because I kind of wanna, I like to be able to place and like work around and kind of, what I'm trying to say is I kind of like to be able to place the different things in, and then I finally will decide what I like and what I need to add to. Like, if I might have to, I don't want to glue it in and then decide that I don't like it where it is, or decide that I like something else. So if I just stick it in, that doesn't mean it's perfectly set in stone. It just is pretty much just like a start, and then I'll glue it in at the end when I don't like it. So now we're going to work onto these like pit berries. I wanted to add a little bit of white in here to offset all the colors and make everything pop, but I don't need this whole stem because this whole stem was just too much. And now guys, these came from the fall section, and these don't look that fall to me, so I'm using them for Christmas. So don't be afraid to use stuff from other seasons in your designs for a different season. If it doesn't look like completely fall, like obviously you're not going to use pumpkins in a Christmas design, but like if you have like, you get something that's like in the fall section that you're like, okay, well I can totally see me using this for Christmas or any holiday. Like I can see myself using this for like tons of different seasons, not just fall. It's literally just white pit berries. That doesn't scream fall to me like at all. Like it does scream fall to me too, but it doesn't scream just fall. It doesn't say anything about, doesn't say like, oh, you can't use that for Christmas or anything like that. So don't be scared to like, that's one thing I love when I go clearance shopping, is when I'm looking for clearance stuff, I'm not just thinking like, oh, can I use this in Christmas next year? I'm also thinking, can I use this for another season? Because if I can, then I'm more than likely going to buy it if I can use it for more than one season. So, y'all, I'm thinking that I might even add one more thing of this pine greenery to my design, just because I want it on the other side as well. So, we're going to take this out. That's why I don't glue it, you guys, because it's a lot harder just to add it, to take it out, and then without glue. So I think I might add this to this side, and then we'll just have greenery, and then I might pop in some berries from behind. And that can fill in the spot a little bit more than it already is. This is kind of a different color, so it's also going to help bring in another color to this design. There, I really like the fact that I added that greenery in as well, just because I just needed something else in there as well than just the plain old, because I think the pit berries were just not big enough. I might still add the pit berries, but so when you're working with florals, it's kind of just a trial and error, and kind of just like a what looks good to you and what do you think we need to add, or if anything, it's like kind of just like placing. You're not going to place it, you might place it in at the first time, but you might not. It might just take you a little bit to kind of just need to like kind of just like mess around with it and kind of see what you like, and then kind of just mess around. That's what like floral designers do, y'all. Do you think when they are making their little when they're making their bouquets and stuff, that they just whip it in and are like, okay, I like that? No, it takes them a while, y'all. They sit there and they will mess around with that until it is to their liking. Sometimes, and don't be afraid. Don't think like, oh, I'm not a real designer if I can just come up with something out of the blue. Because, you know, y'all, I can't. Sometimes it takes me a while. Now, I like the white in there, but I also need a little bit more red. So we're going to add one more pick of this red, y'all. And y'all, these red berries are like one of my favorite things. And these come from Hobby Lobby. And they're $1.99, I think. Yeah, $1.99. And I get them 50% off. So for $1, These are nice, and they're nice quality as well. So hit the deals, y'all. Do not be afraid to purchase stuff when the deals are going on, because that's when I do it. And yeah, and I'm not embarrassed because, you know, I can purchase something for cheaper, I'm going to. But another thing is, if you buy something on sale, do not charge your customer the sale price. You still charge them full price. You're still making money off of it. You're making more money, obviously. But don't be like, oh, well, I got it for $1, so I'm going to charge them $1 for supplies instead of the $2 it actually was. Because just think, maybe all of a sudden you have a guy that's like, someone buys that one and they're like, oh, I like that. And then someone's like, I really wanted that. Can you make me another one? And then you're like, oh, so then you go back to the store. Well, now it's back to its original price. So you have to buy it for $2. Now you're like, okay, well, I charged the other lady $2 and they saw the price. So they're going to be like, well, why did the price go up? So do not, like, you still charge them the full price. Even though it didn't cost that, still charge it. So y'all, I added the little bows, the little bells in there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make a little bow to go over here on the side, and then we're going to pretty much wrap that up. It doesn't have to be super, like, you don't have to add tons of stuff in it to you guys. A lot of it's just the greenery because it's for Christmas. This is just to help bring out some colors. And I wanted the bells to be in the front because it's a rustic. So I'm going to figure out what ribbons I want. I think I might just want a 1.5 inch and more of a rustic-ish color. So we might just go with like a red, I think. I'm thinking red, and I'm thinking maybe, do I have any red over there that's rustic-ish? I might just do a plain red bow, or I might go in with this red. I wish I had red with like burlap around it, but I don't really have any of that. So I'm trying to think of it. That might be a little too much, or I might just go in with this, like, it's more of a darker red, more of like a fallish red, but that would match and tie in with the, I think that I like that better because this is going to match the little truck that's on here. This other one's a little bit more bright. This one's a little bit more bright. So what I'm going to do is, all I'm going to do is add, I'm going to use my easy bow. Now this is not going to be the huge bow because you still want to be able to see the little design on the front. You don't want to cover that up. Otherwise, what's the point of having it on there, right? So what we're going to do is I'm going to make the tails 6 inches. Now, I'm sure I'll probably cut them down, but I'd rather just start them off a little bit bigger and then move them, and then be able to cut them down. And then I'm going to do about a 4-inch loop. Yeah, 4-inch loop. So I'm going to do 2 loops on each side, and then probably 1 in the middle, because I kind of like the look of that. I'm kind of more of a look in the middle because I like to be able to cover up my mechanics, and when I do a pipe cleaner or a zip tie, and probably in this case, I don't like to be able to see the zip tie in the center. So all I'm doing is doing a simple little 4-loop bow with a center, and the tails are cut at 6 inches. This one's gonna be a little bit longer because it's gonna have to get moved over. And then y'all, you can always cut your tails down, but you can't add ribbon to your tails. I mean, you can, but it would be more of an artificial. So I always say, if you're not really sure, don't worry, don't like think like, oh, I have to, no. Like, I always cut a little bit bigger, and then I'm always like, I can easily cut an inch off if I need to. But I can't just be like, oh, well, I need a little bit more of an inch. You can't add ribbon right to your tails, unless you do an artificial, which is fine, but it's a little bit easier if you just, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this wire, and all I'm going to do is go like that, and then I'm going to kind of make my own, like, U-pin, almost. So I'm going to take this little piece of wire. This is not the floral wire. This is the wire I use for my hangers, and it's a 16 gauge wire. I'm going to bend it into like a U, and I'm going to put this zip tie, I'm going to put it by the zip tie, like kind of going like this, so it's kind of like that on the back, and then I'm going to put my zip tie tight, move my zip tie down underneath so you can't see the back, there, and then I'm going to fluff my little tails, and fluff my little loops, like so. And fluff my little loops, like so. make a cute little red bow. These would be super cute to add to your, these little red bows will be super cute to add to your Christmas tree as well, y'all. So you can easily make little red bows like this for your Xmas tree. Why did I say Xmas tree? So y'all, I just wanted to bring a super simple project to y'all. I try to make my videos on YouTube a little bit shorter because I know a lot of people aren't going to want to watch a 50-minute wreath tutorial video unless you're really into the wreath making. I try to zoom those or like fast forward those when I'm working with those. But if you're looking for more of an in-detailed video, I suggest you go onto my Facebook page and follow my Facebook, and then you can watch my YouTube lives, because on there I go into full detail. If you have any questions, I answer all my questions on the live. And yeah, so guys, all I did was I made this little like thing and I put it on the back. So all I have to do is stick this right into the floral foam. You won't have to worry about anything else. Be super careful. Don't get hot glue on your ribbons, because that's super easy and it can happen like super easily. So just be super careful when you're working with the hot glue by the ribbon. You don't want your ribbons to get all full of hot glue. Just wouldn't be the funnest. And then I'm just gonna go like this, and go like that, and like so. And look at how I'm just fluffing my bow a little bit. And look at y'all. How stinking cute is that? Look at how easy that was, y'all. What did this take? This took 26 minutes is how long the video is, but we jibber-jabbered for the first, like, 10 minutes. And so, yeah, y'all, if you have everything picked out, now all you're going to do is you're going to go back in, and you're going to take your materials, for instance, your, like, greenery, and you're just going to glue them in. Now, if you don't want to glue them in, you rather just keep them like out, because maybe you're doing this for your house. Now, this is a great example. I've seen people, and this is a great idea. Now, for me, it wouldn't work because I sell my items, but if you're wanting to make a floral arrangement for your own house, and you find like you have more of a country themed home decor for your house, and you find this really cute tin, you can easily put the floral foam, put the greenery, put the moss on the bottom, and you can find, for like spring, you can find spring florals, stick them in here, and then when spring is over, don't glue your stuff in, and then when spring is over, take all your florals out. Then next thing, then summer, maybe you want to do summer, or maybe you want to move to fall. You add your fall florals, and then as soon as fall's over, and then you go in and you want to add some Christmas stuff, so you go in and do Christmas, and then you can use that same exact container for all your different seasons. Just don't glue any of your stuff in. That's a great idea if you don't want to sit there, because I know some people can't afford to have floral arrangements for everything. So if you just buy super inexpensive, and you could even have keep the greenery in and just change out, maybe you want to change out the bow, and maybe you just want to change out the florals, but you leave just plain greenery in there. That's a great option and a great cost-effective way, and you're still able to have a super pretty item for your house. So that's an option if you you really want something really nice in your house, but you can't afford to purchase or can't afford to make a centerpiece for all 4 seasons, or all 4 holidays, or whatever you want to decorate for. So yeah, that's a great option. I've seen plenty of people that do that. Now, obviously that doesn't work for me because I sell my items, and like I said, I don't want people to come out and be what am I trying to say? And fall apart, but you could easily not glue it in. So yeah, that's a great option. I've seen tons of people that do that, and you can easily do that for your own home. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. If that lets me know that you guys love this kind of content and I can bring more content to you. If you have any questions, make sure to comment them down below. Email me, message me on Facebook, on Etsy. Make sure to check out my Etsy shop. It'll be linked in the comments below, or I'll have it in the description box. I have all my different social medias in the comments. Go to follow me on TikTok. I have TikTok, I have Facebook, I have YouTube, and obviously I have my Etsy shop. And so yeah, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you love this kind of content so you don't miss any videos. Turn on your post notifications so you get notified every time I upload a video, which hopefully is going to be once a week, or for sure once a week. Hopefully I can, maybe some weeks you'll be able to get 2 videos, depending. I'm probably going to be coming up with a nice video, descriptive video of different bow making, because tons of people want me to do bow making, and I was planning on doing it on Facebook Live, but I want to be able to like cut it out and show you in depth and get different angles, so it's really easy, because I know a lot of wreath makers, their one struggle is bow making, and I know what it's like, because when I first started wreath making, y'all, if you see any of my wreaths, you know I didn't have any bows in them because I didn't know how to make a bow, and my bows looked like crap. And now you're probably like, wow, you know how to make bows. They're super easy because I watch other people's videos. So I don't want to jibber anymore because I don't want this video to be too long, but make sure you watch out for that, because I'm going to hopefully be planning on doing that. And I'm going to teach you how to do multiple different bows, all different bows, formal, funky, anything I will be doing on there. So you guys will have a great day, great night, whatever time of the day you're watching from, and I will make sure to catch y'all later. Bye-bye.